Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Whisking Away with Diana J. I'm Diana, and today we are going to be whipping up homemade marinara sauce. I'm super excited to share this recipe with you because this is something that I normally keep in my fridge or in my cupboard, and I know it is in yours also. Now, who knew like simple ingredients such as onions, garlic, basil can be whipped together, blended with diced tomatoes, and make this liquid goodness, right? The ingredients are super simple, it's quick, it's easy, and it's absolutely delicious. So let's get our aprons on and let's get cooking. Okay guys, let's get started. So first I have my onion. I have like a medium-sized onion that I am going to just peel and dice. You don't have to worry about it being diced like too fine because we're gonna pop everything in the blender anyway. So I'm just gonna dice this onion right here. Gonna peel it first, then dice it. So I have my pan here on medium heat. I am going to take about a tablespoon of olive oil. Bam, cool beans. I'm going to leave the olive oil here because we're going to be using it a little later. Then my onions that I diced up, I am just going to put it into that hot pan. Just going to let this saute for about 2 minutes or so until it's a little translucent, not too much. And then we'll move on to the next step, which is add in the garlic. Okay, awesome sauce. I'm going to add in my garlic. So I have 3 large cloves of garlic that I just roughly chopped. I didn't mince it, just chopped it roughly because everything's gonna go into the blender. Bring this closer to me. I have my blender here. What I'm gonna put in here is, well, I have a 28-ounce can of diced tomatoes. If you do not have diced tomatoes, you can get crushed tomatoes, you could get whole tomatoes in the can, it doesn't matter. Plop that right in there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put about 1/3 of a cup of water in here because I'm going to use that a little later. So I'm going to put my diced onions and sauteed garlic right into this. I'm going to add my herbs. So I have a 1/2 teaspoon of oregano and a 1/2 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. I'm gonna also add in 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. I love red pepper flakes in there. It just gives it like a little kick at the end. But if you're not into the spice, honestly, you really would barely be able to taste it, but it does make it a little bit of a difference. And then I'm going to add in about 6 basil leaves. 6. Cool beans. And then we are going to puree this on low. Now to this, I'm going to add about a tablespoon of olive oil. I just find that it makes it a little bit smoother. Cool beans, that actually took no time to puree that. So this looks great. Now we're going to go back here. Okay, to my pan here, I have it on medium heat. And then I'm going to add another tablespoon of olive oil here. To this, I'm going to add a tablespoon of tomato paste. This looks great. I'm going to add a pinch of salt. Well, maybe 2 pinches. Some fresh ground black pepper. And you could do this to taste. And I also like to add in about a teaspoon of, well, I have cane sugar. The reason being is because tomatoes tend to be a bit acidic, so I like to balance it out a bit with a little bit of sugar, literally a teaspoon. You have to be very careful with this because the 28 ounces and a teaspoon of the sugar, it balances out okay. However, if you're doing a smaller batch, you may want to just do about a 1/2 teaspoon. Want to taste it. so good. Actually, I think I'm gonna add a pinch more of sugar. And you just let it simmer, covered. Do not touch it for about 30 minutes on low. And then, my friends, that's it. Literally, that's it. That's homemade marinara sauce. My marinara sauce has been cooking away for about 30 minutes. And yes, you want to make sure that you keep the lid on because it does splat like everywhere and your stove will be a mess afterwards if you do not cover your lid. So it just kind of holds all of that, contains it within the pan. So now I just want to give it a taste. Make sure I do not burn my mouth. It's so good. It's so good. And guys, this is homemade. It's so easy, super simple to make, quick. It's delicious, and ingredient, you know what it is. You can actually read it and pronounce it. It's so simple. Hopefully you guys try it. And until next time, guys, thank you so much for whisking away with me, Diana, guys. Until next time, have a good one. Hi, everyone. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. If you like this episode, please give it a thumbs up down below. And if you love this episode and this channel, please share. And I also invite you to subscribe. I'll be posting up a new video every single week. This way, you won't miss a thing. Thank you so much again, guys. Have a good one.